26 minutes till 7 now. All week long on Good Morning Tampa Bay, we are looking into ways that you can better prepare for a potential hurricane to keep you and your family safe. The Fort Myers area is still dealing with the devastation from Hurricane Ian 9 months ago.
Now we're going to take a closer look at the psychological factors that play a big role in deciding whether to evacuate or shelter in place. Let's get out to ABC Action News reporter Keely McCormick. She's live in Tampa for us this morning. And Keely, you did talk to a psychologist about this. What'd you learn?
Well, the doctor I spoke with tells me emotions and past experiences play a big role when someone's deciding to evacuate or to shelter in place. He says this all really stems from wanting to feel secure.
How people really work to maintain a sense of control in their life. And for some people, control is going to mean taking the safest route that's recommended by family, friends, prior experience.
Security and stability are the two things that go out the window when a storm is rolling in. But Dr. Robert Coiler, a psychologist, tells me that's what people crave during the uncertain time. For some, that leads them to evacuate and follow the county's warnings.
For other people, there's a sense of control and certainty by staying in their own environment, in a predictable environment. And I think that's in particular if you have not had a really bad experience with a storm.
Just last month, AAA released a study that found 24% of people would ignore hurricane evacuation warnings. And more than half said they would not leave their home unless the hurricane's a Category 3 or higher. That's the case for Newport Richie's Rob Chalmers, who says he would not evacuate.
I want to protect my belongings and help my neighbors out.
This all comes as Hurricane Ian is fresh in our minds. It was just about 9 months ago that we saw Ian rip through southwest Florida, killing more than 100 people.
It's Mother Nature and nothing you could do about it, but it was definitely devastating.
Dr. Coiler tells me one of the major reasons people stay is to protect their property from potential looting or damage.
That's where you have your scenario. What if there's looting? What if something happens to my house? What if a window breaks and I could have nailed a board over it instead of letting the weather blow in?
And with hundreds of thousands of new people calling Florida home, this will be the first hurricane season for many. With that in mind, the Hillsborough County Office of Emergency Management wants to remind you to know what zone you live in.
A lot of times people get evacuation zone versus flood zone confused, especially for new folks that are coming into Florida.
You can check your zone on our website at abcactionnews.com. And Miller says follow their warnings because if a storm gets so bad, emergency vehicles may not be able to help you.
So that means our rescues, our engines, the police, law enforcement, they cannot make it safely to respond to those 911 calls.
The main takeaway here, get your plan in place now so you and your loved ones aren't scrambling if a potential storm does roll in.